Hey everyone, and welcome back to Living with Linda. So in today's video, I just wanted to give everyone 10 ways to stay productive during this coronavirus quarantine. So here in California, just within the last few days, we have been ordered to stay indoors for the next 2 weeks and only to go out when necessary. So if you need to go to work, if you need to go to the doctor, and if you need to pick up something for the home that's necessary, such as groceries and other household items. Obviously, it's been a huge uproar. Other states are following as well. Other countries have already done so with even more strict rules and regulations. So I thought I'd just come on here and give 10 ways that you can stay productive during this quarantine. Number 1, clean. And not just spring clean, but do a deep clean. All surfaces, all knobs, anything that's actively touched on a daily basis, especially if you have someone in the home who leaves the home often, say for work or to run errands. You definitely want to make sure that a lot of your surfaces are being cleaned. Now, if you, your spouse, and your children are all home for the next 2 weeks, then you just want to do your normal cleaning after you do your major deep clean. But if you have someone, again, you or someone in your home who is leaving the house often and coming back, you still need to make sure that all your surfaces are extremely clean. If you don't normally clean with some of the more harsher chemicals, it may be something that you want to consider. And you don't have to take my word for it. You're more than welcome to visit CDC's website to get all of that information. But what me and my family are doing is more than just a regular clean. We're doing a deep clean. And because my husband and my mother both are still working, my husband's in the military and my mother works in healthcare, but on the admin side, she still has to go to work every day. So because of that, all surfaces are consistently being cleaned. So I'm going to encourage you all, get down, get dirty, and clean. Now, I've witnessed several people saying that they're bored. I don't even remember the last time I even uttered those words. Like, I haven't been bored in years, especially with children, especially with a spouse. There's so much to do and there's so much fun stuff that you can do. So speaking in regards to children, if your children are at home, and obviously if they're school age, school is out, so you should be actively teaching them, working on schoolwork, different workbooks and so forth. I know that a lot of schools are emailing over things that parents need. I know there's a lot of resources online that are offering free workbooks and free schooling material so that you can teach your children. So I would definitely recommend jumping on Google, finding out where you can get all of that information. If you have younger children like I do, my children are almost 3 and they're autistic, so there's no actual schoolwork for us to do, but we're still actively doing work. Anything that they would have been doing in their speech class, in occupational therapy, ABA, we are actively still working with them. So I would definitely suggest that. And even after school time or work time, make sure that you're actually spending good time with your family. Like, that's extremely important, especially your children. You should be playing with them and nurturing them. And if they're older and teenagers, get into their world and see what they're into and what they're listening to and what they're talking about, and just get involved. Like, now is the perfect time while you have the time. Number 3, check in on your loved ones, especially your elders. I mean, if anyone should be afraid, it should definitely be them. And to be honest, I know a lot of elders that are just like, I live my life, I'm okay. But it is a very scary situation for them. Check on all your loved ones though. Anyone that you can think of who may be feeling worried or anxious or lonely during this time, it's extremely important that you reach out to them and see if there's any way that you can help them. It doesn't always have to be monetary. It doesn't have to always be you physically being there, but sometimes it's just a, hey, are you okay? Really helps out and goes a long way. Number 4, and in connection with checking on your loved ones, stay connected. And I mean, that means via social media, that means via telephone, via text message, via FaceTime, whichever way that you feel necessary to stay connected with the ones that you love. It's extremely important. As humans, we thrive off of that personal connection, that touch, that handshake, that hug. And now that it's going to be lower and we'll be receiving less of those human contact interactions, it's really important to stay connected however you can. So, yesterday there was a really famous DJ, I think DJ Nice, did this, he went live on Instagram and he was DJing and playing all the old school music. And I mean, all the stars, my forever FLOTUS, Michelle Obama joined in, Stevie Wonder, like Jada Pinkett Smith, like so many different stars were jumping in and commenting and just loving and staying connected during this time. And it's extremely, extremely important, at least in my opinion, to do that. Number 5, work on your relationships. And for me in particular, that I'm speaking in regards to your actual romantic relationships. So that would be with your spouse. I was seeing all kinds of memes and jokes and videos in regards to people and their spouses. Like, he keeps asking me how my day's going. Please bring the NBA back. Or, today I met my wife's boyfriend, cool guy. Like, yeah, they're funny and they made everyone laugh and so forth. But in every joke, there's a little bit of truth. Usually a lot of it, but there's still a little bit of truth. And the fact that so many spouses aren't as connected as they should be and aren't talking as much as they should be and interacting with each other and playing games with each other and watching movies with each other without having a phone in their hands and talking about each other's goals and dreams and aspirations. That whole aspect of relationship is really lacking. And so I think this is the perfect time to just sit down with your spouse and just have a conversation like, hey, how was your day? And actually actively be listening, give each other advice, love on each other, help each other, talk about how you can do things to better your future, and just really, really get connected in that realm because it's extremely important. I mean, I know so many couples that are kind of just together because it's just easier financially for their children, but make it something more while you have the time. Number 6, learn something new. And it doesn't matter what it is. If you've always wanted to learn how to play guitar, learn. Amazon one to the house or get one thrifted, and jump on YouTube or jump on a master class and learn how to play the guitar, the violin, anything that you've ever wanted to do. If you want to learn how to garden, now would be the perfect time with food being so scarce and really hard to get to. Just learn something new. Pick up a book. It could be anything. If you're super interested in martial arts, learn something. I mean, there's so many different resources nowadays that you don't actually physically need to be somewhere in order to learn that. And now is the perfect time, especially if you know for a fact your job is going to be closed, or whatever your situation may be, that you will have weeks and weeks and weeks on hand of extra time. This would be the perfect time. And me, I'm a natural born hustler, so I'm always going to encourage you to learn something new that's going to help you excel in your career or in your business, or help you with your finances or schooling or anything along those lines. So if you've always wanted to be a coder, learn how to code. If you've always wanted to learn how to swim, learn how to swim safely with someone who does know how to swim. But now is the perfect time to learn something new. Number 7, finish that project. So if you've been working on something in an old school car and it's been sitting in the garage for 6 months, definitely you want to go ahead and jump on that and start working on that. If there's this beautiful 5,000 piece puzzle that you purchased, work on that. Like, that's so good for the brain. It's so relaxing. If you have these beautiful coloring books that you've been collecting and purchasing, now's the perfect time to slow down for a second and color. Just whatever it is, whatever project that you've been kind of putting to the side and haven't had the opportunity to work on, now is the perfect time. Along with finishing that project that you started, start a new one. Write that book that you've been thinking about for decades, even if it's just for yourself and something that you keep within the family. Write that song. If you feel like you're talented, go ahead and get down, get you a piece of paper and a pen and write that song. If you've always had a connection to painting, but you just never had the chance to do it, go on Amazon and grab you some supplies and paint that painting. Number 8, relax. And I know that sounds insane for some people, but I think it's really, really important. If you are given the opportunity to just slow down for a second and relax, do that. And relaxation does not mean jump in your bed with your phone and get on Instagram and scroll and be panicked with all this crazy stuff that's going on, but actually relax. Light some candles, take a bath, soak, decompress, de-stress, get in your bed, read a book, look at a magazine. Just relax your mind. Turn off all the gadgets. Turn the TV off. Put the phone away. Just have the radio playing in the background and just relax. Your body needs time to heal. Your mind needs time to heal. And if you have the opportunity to slow down and relax, I strongly encourage it. Number 9, start that business. Oh yeah, now's the time. It's the perfect opportunity for you to write that business plan, for you to jump online and see what resources that you have to start your business, for you to start studying people who are already in that position and who already work in that field that you're interested in, to learn different ways on how you can be successful. Really get down into whatever it is that you want to do. I understand not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone wants to own a business. I know plenty of people who are perfectly fine with going to their 9 to 5 and coming home and living their lives. They enjoy what they do and they love it. They have no interest whatsoever in starting a business or being a business owner, and that's perfectly fine. I say if you're happy in your career, be happy in your career. But for the rest of us who thrive on having something of our own, calling our own shots, making our own hours, living the way that we want to live, now is probably going to be one of the best times ever for you to get down and dirty and start that business. And number 10, as a financial advisor, I'm always going to encourage you to work on your finances. So if they are not in order, if you are severely in debt, if you are not doing well with saving, and if you have poor credit, now is one of the most important times for you to work on your finances. Now, there's thousands of resources. There's books you can read, there's webinars you can take, there's paid sources, there's free sources. YouTube is also a great source to learn how to work on your finances, but you're gonna have to comb through all that information. You're gonna have to go through dozens and dozens of books and read dozens and dozens of reviews and look at all these different YouTube videos and figure out which one is going to work best for your lifestyle. There are some amazing gurus out here that are helping people change their lives by helping them with their finances. And you can study and follow this person for weeks, but then later find out, I don't really care for this style. There are just so many different ins and outs when it comes to finances and savings and debts and so forth. So again, as a financial advisor, I'm going to extend my services to everyone. Now is the most important time for everyone to be getting their finances together. So if anyone is interested on my services and what I offer, I will be happy to give you more information. I've been debt free since 2016. I do not own a debt to my name. And I paid off a substantial amount of money. I will put it maybe here in like 19 months. And I also saved this amount along those 19 months as well. And I wasn't making no crazy money. I was working a regular 9 to 5. Yeah, I was the manager there, but I still wasn't making super great money. I just had a great budget, and I developed some really great tools and ways on how to save. And I've been helping my clients for the past couple months that I started my business, LRAD Services, and it's going well. So yeah, if anyone needs any help, please feel free to reach out to me. I will put all my information here as well, and then I will also link it down in the description box. So get your finances together. Now, on top of that, see what resources your family qualifies for, whether that be WIC, whether that be SNAP, whether that be some type of program to help you lower your gas and electric bill. Whatever resources are available in your state and in your city, jump online and figure out what you need. I know some people who qualify for all types of resources and they feel just too proud. Well, I'm never gonna, and now is not the time. Whatever you are entitled to, whatever will help you and your family through this time, I'm going to highly suggest that you go ahead and do the research and make sure that you and your family are taken care of. And that was my 10 ways on how to stay productive during this coronavirus quarantine. I hope that all that information was really helpful to you and that you can utilize it, be prosperous during this very difficult and very trying time. I hope you and your families have more than enough on what you need to survive, and that everyone is safe and everyone is healthy. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.